welcome to the Butler Beat. I'm Mallory Duncan. The music industry is changing at a rapid pace. Thanks to advancements in technology, the internet and social media, the production, distribution, and promotion of music is easier to do. Butler Jr. Brad DiCarlo is directly connected to the music industry and is here to talk about the changes we have seen and how that affects people trying to get into the music business. Thank you for joining me, Brad.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, can we look at the music industry as a whole? What are some ways that you think it's changed in the past couple of years?
Obviously, the biggest change is the switch to digital. CDs are becoming more and more obsolete, and yeah, it's becoming easier for bands to kind of do things for themselves rather than, having record labels discover them.
And everyone is affected by this changing music industry because music is everywhere. So how do you think you and your band are contributing to that?
We're just trying to work as hard as we can to make, the best music we can. Promote ourselves. We're always on social media trying to promote and market our music. And yeah, it's all about the music for us.
So you're part of a band, obviously, Shiny Penny, which is trying to make, a name for yourselves in this huge music industry. But you would go about this a lot differently than you would, let's say like a couple years ago or 10 years ago. How are you guys even trying to get started in this music business? It's
huge. It's a big industry, and it's kind of scary sometimes. But yeah, we just try to take it day by day. We're always on the lookout for opportunities. We're always looking out for contests like the one we're in. Just on the ball about everything. So.
To try to get noticed by
Exactly.
Someone somewhere.
Exactly. The right ears need to hear us.
Exactly. So some people might be surprised to know that popular artists don't always write their own music. For example, most of Pink's latest album was written by a lady named Linda Perry, who most of us haven't even ever heard about. In fact, some of them even take credit for songs that they don't write. So what do you think about this? And does Shiny Penny stray from this mold?
We do. Personally, songwriting is my favorite part about pretty much music. I'm always writing songs. So is Dean, the lead singer, and I think that's what kind of sets us apart and kind of gives us a unique side. We kind of come together, and we really like to write together. So.
Okay, and so when did you start writing together, and could you give me an overview of the band and your members and things like that?
Yeah, we started probably about 2.5 years ago. We wrote our first song. It's called Mr. Welker. It's gonna actually, we're re-releasing it on our album coming out here on May 1st. As far as members, we've had a few member changes, but right now we've been in the current lineup for about 4 months. So yeah, we're really excited about the things to come.
Is it hard to stay original in an industry like this and in a world like this, with time? And I know you're in school. So with writing songs, does it just come easily for you, which is very lucky, or is originality hard?
Yeah, it is tough because, pretty much everything's been done before. I think we've kind of found our style. We found a little niche. We all believe that we're unique, our sound's unique, but it is tough to be original.
So when you're going about writing a new song, what are some things you think about, or does it just kind of appear in your head?
Most of the time, I'm either bored or there's a certain feeling I get, and I have to pick up my guitar, and most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. I just start noodling around, and normally something good comes out of it. So.
That is a very good skill to have that I wish I had. So you mentioned that Shiny Penny is in the process of creating a new album, May 1st. That's really exciting. Can you tell me about the process that you guys are going through to get that album started and produced and things like that?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long run for the album. We started it probably about 1.5 years ago. We kind of scrapped a few songs, and I'm actually mixing and producing the album too, along with another Butler student. And yeah, we've put in a lot of hours right here in 47A. The last few weeks we've probably spent about 9 hours a day mixing on average. So yeah, it's definitely a process.
So, and that's a lot different than, what it used to be, because bands would have to find someone to like produce an album and things like that. And that's just one way that the music industry is changing, I guess, where
Exactly.
Everyone can produce and do their own music. What kind of tools do you need to be able to produce something like this?
Well, obviously we were really lucky with Butler University. Being a student, we have great studios, great mics, great gear. So we're definitely fortunate for that. But for artists who don't go to college, they still have equipment. They're starting to come out with equipment that you can produce records in your bedroom, and I think that's pretty crazy. But yeah, like I said, we're really lucky to have Butler University to produce our records.
So you obviously don't need a lot to produce your own record now. You don't need a huge company. You just need time, it sounds like.
We're pretty confident in the sound of the record. The biggest thing is going to be marketing and getting it out, and that takes money, unfortunately. But yeah, that's kind of our biggest challenge right now.
Okay, so let's talk about your audience then. Our attention span as a whole in humans is so quick to change, and people's tastes in music are always changing depending on the new artists or things that they're hearing and seeing, sometimes daily. So how does Shiny Penny make themselves more marketable to this changing audience whose eyes are going everywhere?
Yeah, well, right now, I mean, personally, I like to stay true to my musical tastes. Obviously, we are kind of a pop influenced band, although we're a rock band. So we're always looking out for the newest pop songs, just kind of see what's hot right now. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is for us.
So writing to what people want to hear and writing to...
Yeah, there's a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
I usually start writing with what I want to hear, and then I kind of work in, oh, what would sound good, and what could be on the radio, things like that.
So is that a goal of Shiny Pennies, to be on the radio someday?
Oh yeah, we've definitely had some airplay here in Indianapolis. X103 has been really good to us, and Q95. So we're hoping that they can help us out with this new album release and start getting out the music.
How did you get involved with those radio stations?
We actually we were in a contest called Indy's Next Big Thing, and we made the finals of that contest. Mm-hmm. And we kind of made a connection with Deuce from X103. He's one of the afternoon MCs. So we were also on the Bob and Tom show, which was really big for us. We got a lot of listeners on that show. So.
Okay. And then speaking of audience and recognition, how has social media just changed the way you have gotten your band name out there? I mean, if we think to other artists who've gotten out there from YouTube or things like that, how's that changed the way that you look at trying to get your name out there for other people to see and hear your band?
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't even imagine what it would be like without social media, just promoting your band. I guess flyers and obviously live shows. But yeah, we've definitely made a lot of connections through social media. We feel closer to our fans, and Facebook and Twitter are definitely our friends.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of Facebook and Twitter, you have the opportunity to link like your music or link promotional things. How has that helped? Does that process, really help to get more listeners, or have you found?
It definitely does. I mean, the link's right there on Facebook. You can check out our tour dates. You can listen to our music. You can see what kind of stupid things we've been doing, and all these crazy pictures we're posting. So, yeah, definitely a useful tool.
Fans are so obsessed with knowing everything that a band is doing, or they're writing a new song,
exactly.
or they're recording right now. So, pictures on Facebook and things like that. Do you guys try to
Yeah.
get your, followers and?
Right. We really try to post at least 1 or 2 things a day, just whatever. If if we have a stupid thought, we'll probably put it on there. Any news we have, any, new songs or anything.
So so you have a Facebook group for your band page. Who is in charge of that?
Dean and I, the lead singer and I,
Okay.
both run the page. So.
All right. And your band has a huge opportunity coming up. Would you just share with us what that is and what are you preparing for it?
Yeah, it's called the Hard Rock Rising Contest, and basically it's a global battle of the bands, and the grand prize winner gets $10,000, 6-date world tour, and a record deal with Hard Rock Records. And the cool thing about this contest is we actually know the band who won last year, and they're a small town band from Ohio. They're actually coming to play with us here at Butler next Friday, and it kind of gives us confidence. If a small town band from Ohio can win the world battle of the bands, why can't we do it? And so they've kind of helped us out. They're kind of giving us tips, and we're going for it. We're going for the gold.
So follower and audience participation is a huge part of this contest, right? So what can people do to help you guys out?
Basically, right now we've made it past 3 rounds of competition. There's a voting round and then 2 live battle rounds at the Indianapolis Hard Rock. So now we're the Indianapolis representative for the Battle of the Bands versus all the 95 other Hard Rocks in the world. So the next phase starts on April 22nd, and basically it's just an online voting phase. A download equals a vote, so fans can get a free download of our new single, and that'll count as a vote. You can only vote once per Facebook account. So.
Okay. Well, everyone, go out there and vote for Shiny Penny. And we're looking forward to their new album released on May 1st. Brad, thank you very much for being here with me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for watching this segment of the Butler Beat. I'm Mallory Duncan.